Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well today, and I hope you all have had a good week so far. This week I got a lovely email in my email inbox and it was from Sephora, and it was a coupon for $20 off a $50 purchase at Sephora. Now if you're a beauty insider, it will be $15 off of $50. If you're VIB, it's $20 off of $50. If you're VIB Rouge, it's $25 off of $50. I should have gotten the $25 because I'm VIB Rouge now. Maybe it was by a certain point, but I've been one for like a month now, so I don't know why I didn't get the $25, but $5, not a big deal. So anyway, I got that email and I was like, what am I gonna spend it on? And because there are just so many things that I want, but nothing was like, this is what I need to spend it on, you know? And then I realized that Urban Decay just came out with the Naked on the Run palette, and that one just came out in store yesterday, the 4th, and so I was like, might as well get that. I mean, it's a blush, it's a highlighter, it's a lip gloss, there's a mini mascara, mini eyeliner, and 6 shadows, so that sounds like you get a good bang for your buck. Is that the saying? I try to say things sometimes, and I don't know why I try, because it's probably wrong. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I got it, and so I'm gonna do a mini little first impressions, and then I will do swatches later on in the video. By the way, if you want to just watch the swatches and that's it, I will have a time link in the description. It is a time, you click on it and it will start you right at the swatches, so we can all be happy and harmonious here. So that's it. By the way, I apologize, my hair is really just everywhere. I always stay outside with my son after school and let him play in the playground. It's really humid and nasty out there, so I straightened it earlier, and now it's kind of foomp. So anyway, let's get into this. Here is the box. It has all this interesting pattern stuff on it, and it says you never know when or where you'll have the urge to get naked. That might be a problem, might be. This travel ready kit comes loaded with everything you need for a complete naked look. 6 never before seen shades of eyeshadow, including an extra large dose of the perfect all over shade 50/50, a bronzer, a blush, and we even included a full-size naked lip gloss and a travel size 24/7 eye pencil, which are both new shades as well, plus a travel size perversion mascara. So it just shows you what comes in there. Okay, so it seems that everything in this palette is never before seen, so that's pretty cool. Wait, no. The bronzer and the blush, I guess, are already seen. The ones that have never before seen are the eyeshadows and the lip gloss and the eye pencil. Okay, I have no idea what the colors of the bronzer and the blush are if we have seen them before, because it doesn't say that. It just says bronzer and blush. Wait, does it on here? No, it just says bronzer and blush, so I don't know, guys. Maybe it's one of those Naked Flushed bronzer and blush duo thingies that it's been in before, but I cannot tell you. Anyway, here's the package. You can see how thick it is. It is kind of heavy. I saw that, I was looking at reviews of it before deciding whether to purchase it or not, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, the eyeshadows were probably good quality and stuff, which of course it's Urban Decay. But I saw that one of the most common complaints amongst everybody was that the size. This is intended to be a thing that you can take with you, you know, naked on the run. And so if you're planning on getting this and thinking that you can just like chunk it in your purse for like, you know, just something, then it's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy to just put in your purse or something, so that might be a problem. Also, it is very thick, or quite thick. Yeah, I think it's probably about the thickness of the Vice palettes, if y'all have those ones. And here it is compared to my face. I guess y'all don't really know how big my face is, so that's not a very good comparison for you, but here it is. So I'm just trying to give y'all a good estimate of the size. Also, I can't say how big my hands are. I think they're kind of big for females, but anyway, you get the idea. Does it have the dimensions on here? I'm not about to get a ruler though, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't. Anyway, so, I mean, that's not a big deal to me. I'm just letting y'all know because I saw that that was a complaint that some people had, and I just want y'all to know that. My main concern with palettes always is just making sure that the quality is there. That's all I care about. And I mean, if the palette was falling apart, then that would be a problem too, but it's not. It's a nice sturdy palette. It is magnetic, so no clasps. They'll make you like dig your fingers in there for not opening easy enough or anything. And in the inside it has a nice big mirror. I'm not going to, it looks weird because it has that sticky thing on it, but I'm not going to remove it yet or else it'll be way too reflective in this video. So, okay, it comes with the Perversion mascara. It is not the same. I've gotten a couple of sample sizes of the Perversion mascara, and this one's a bit bigger than those, so that's pretty nice. There is the pencil liner Stag, which it says is a new color. It's kind of like a glittery dark brown. And we have the lip gloss, which is on my lips right now. It is a very, very light color. This color is called Sesso, S-E-S-S-O. And it's like I said, it's almost the color of my lips, but it's a bit more, if that makes sense. But I mean, there's food on my tooth. I'm sorry, I just had some cereal. I hope that wasn't there the whole, of course it was there the whole time. Let's pretend like we didn't notice because I'm not starting this over again. So yeah, that's the lip gloss. It is, I wasn't expecting anything like outrageous since this is a naked palette. So yeah, those are the things it comes with. I have used everything in this palette so I could give y'all a good first impressions of what I thought of it. So, here we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, yeah, here we have 5 shadows. They're all variations of, well, not all of them. This one's kind of a pinkish color, but the rest of them are, of course, like brown colors. And then we have the bronzer, we have the blush, and this is also an eyeshadow, but I used it as the brow bone color, but I also used it as a highlighter on my cheeks, and it worked well that way also. You know, guys, you can always, you know, use your makeup in different ways, and I think I liked it because, you know, with highlighters my problem is my face tends to get oily sometimes, and whenever I use a highlighter sometimes it has too much glitter and it's not flattering on oily faces. It makes it look more oily once your face starts to get that sheen on it, you know. But this is a nice soft little, do you see that? I think it's nice. I like it. I'll be using it as a highlighter also more often. So yeah, those are the shades. I used all of the shades before I gave this first impressions, but on my eyes right now, I have this one on the lid, I have this one on the outer corner and in the crease, and then this is the highlighter, and then I use the eyeliner right here on the very bottom and on the top. And but I went back, well, on the bottom I didn't pat over it, but on the top I patted over it to make sure it didn't smudge anywhere, but I didn't on the bottom, and it's not going anywhere, so that's good. That's good. It has staying power, we know. So what I noticed whenever I use these is they're wonderful. Really, I can't think of anything bad to say about them aside from, well, these ones have the big glitter chunks in them. Not huge, but they're not, you know, they're not one of the, I need to learn the correct terms for these eyeshadows. It's not like a frost, I guess you would say, how the glitter is like milled finely into it. Did I use that correctly? Probably not. Anyway, but you know, the glitter chunks are noticeable, and so I don't know, some people don't like glittery things, and these 2 shades, no, these 3 plus the highlighter all have glitter in them, and then there are the 2 mattes. So I don't know, you have options. If there are only 5 shades, so I mean, if you don't like glitter, this probably isn't a palette for you. But anyway, I used them and put them on. They all stayed great. None of them were crumbly. They didn't, by crumbly I mean like, you know, you pat it on your lid and the color doesn't show at all, and it just like, you know, crumbles away. they were not like that. They went on great, they stayed on great, and they just blended out like a dream. I barely had to do any blending with this at all. I haven't played with my Naked palettes in a while, so I was really happy to play with it and have it blend out so easily, because I forgot how nice these shadows can be. So that made me happy. The highlighter, my only thing that I don't like is there's not really I always like to have a transition shade in my palettes. Like, as you can see, it just goes from the dark brown into the brow bone shade, because there's not really a transition between the two. I guess I can use the bronzer. I could have tried the bronzer as a transition shade, but you know, I would have liked for it to have kind of a lighter. This one is a bit on the taupey side, I guess. So I don't know. These two, I think, they're all kind of too dark to have as a transition shade. And for the brow bone, I don't like using shimmers too much on the brow as a highlighter. I like using matte shades as my brow bone color, but this one, like I said, the shimmer isn't that overwhelming or anything, so that's fine. I just wish they would have had a better shade as a transition, like I said, but I'll try the bronzer later and see how that works. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints with this palette. The blush went on real nice. The bronzer, I put everything on. I have the bronzer up here, and I put it down there and right here, and did it down a bit. And of course my blush is right here. I have the lip gloss on, I have the eyeliner on the top and stuff, and so I mean, just everything works. I don't know what else there is to say about it. So yeah, I've used all the shades. They all work great. They are wonderful. There's nothing bad to say about it. It's not like there's a whole bunch of colors or anything that I can, you know, I would be pretty upset if one of the 6 colors was bad. So this is overall a good palette. And it's pretty handy too. Like, if you want to go somewhere and don't want to take a whole bunch of, like, you don't have to take a blush with you, an eyeshadow, and a bronzer, and a lip thing, and a mascara, and an eyeliner. I mean, you have all that here. Really, all you would need to take with you is an eyelash curler and a brow thing if you do that, you know? So that's pretty awesome. You have all you need in this little palette, so it's handy. This thing was $50. I think it was $49. I will let you know in the description below for sure how much it was. Actually, I think it was $55. With tax, it came out to $35, I think, around, once I used my $20 coupon. So just let you know. Like I said, I'll have it in the description below so you can see exactly how much it really is, and I'll link you to it so it takes you to the Sephora store. But last I saw online, it was sold out. It might be back now. But anyway, yeah, I really, really enjoy this palette. It's not going to be one that's going to be like, oh, this is my go-to palette, you know, because like I said, there are only a few shades in here, but you can do, you know, you can do nice things with it, obviously. I like how this turned out, so I'm really happy. Yes, I do think it is worth the money that I spent on it. And yeah, so anyway, let's get to the swatches. Alright, as always, I already have primer on my arm. I do this because that is just the way that I always do eyeshadow, so there's no point in swatching it without, because, you know, that's what it's gonna look like on my lids. So anyway, let's start off with the swatches. Alright, this first color is called Dive. That one is really pretty. Like I said, it is glittery. The second color is called Fix. This is a matte color. This third shade is called Resist. This one's really pretty. I mean, they're, I guess, all real pretty, but you know, I like the sparkly stuff. This color is Dare. It's another matte. It's a bit darker than the first one. And then this one is Stun. This is my favorite out of all of them because, like I've said before, I'm drawn to those browns, and it's glittery and it makes me happy. And the last of the eyeshadows is 50/50, and it's this highlighting shade. So those are all of the eyeshadows. Here is the bronzer. It does not include a name on there, it just says bronzer, so that's what I'm calling it. And then the blush. Like I said, it looks really scary whenever it's just harsh like that, but once it's blended out, like you saw in my cheeks, it looks really pretty. And here is the eye pencil in the color Stag. It might look kind of blackish here, but I think it's like a dark brown color. Well, I guess you can see what color it is, but you know. And lastly, the lip gloss in the color Sesso. I don't really know how to swatch a gloss, but there's the color. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the swatches. What did you think of them? Is this palette something that you think you're gonna get, or is it something that you're just gonna pass on? Is it something that's going on your Christmas list? What are your thoughts on it? I want to know. And if you do have it, do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you wish you didn't get it? Let me know. I want to know. I'm pretty happy with mine, so those are my thoughts on it. So anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little first impressions / swatches of this. And I hope that if you are trying to consider whether to buy it or not, this kind of helped you out a bit. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe, please thumbs up, please comment and share and all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.